Hello everyone, today we will be discussing obscure and or funny commercials. Alright, keep in mind, a bunch of these commercials came out when I was really young or before I was born, so I don't know if they're totally obscure. I just thought they were funny and a bunch of people thought they were intriguing at best, so I'm going to mention them. The first commercial we're going to talk about is the Sprite Sun Fizz commercial. Because what was that? The commercial features a family, a mom and her two kids as they get home from school and they're clearly parched from a long day. So the mother pulls out Sun Sprite Fizz. After she pours the juice, the mascot of the brand comes to life. This rightfully terrifies the family and they run for their lives. It even ends with a cliffhanger that I won't spoil for you.
Glasses of Sun Fizz coming right up.
Sun Fizz, that's our favorite!
That's because there's a delicious ray of sunshine in every drop!
By the way, all these clips will be in the description below. The commercial is definitely out of pocket. Some viewers say that they found it a bit scary when they saw it as children. A commenter pointed out the acting for the kids was very well done, with what they had to work with, of course. This reminds me of like French humor that you may find in the UK or whatnot.
I am eating my apple, Mum.
And the commercial itself is very memeable. Alright, moving on to our next commercial. The Dole Banana Man. So this is a Japanese Dole commercial to promote their bananas. So the commercial depicts someone that we will call the Banana Man, where he gives his citizens bananas from his body. I don't know, go and watch it. It's very unique to say the least. He gives people what they want, and sometimes against his will. And he brings them joy with bananas. It wouldn't surprise me if this was a series. Okay, after a quick search, it wasn't a series. Maybe that's for the best. It's definitely wacky and unique and a very unexpected type of humor. Sticking with the Japanese theme, the next topic is the female Ronald McDonald commercial. So that's just it. It's a model dressed as Ronald McDonald and is looking appealing to draw in viewers. Kind of seductive. I mean, it can get you thinking of McDonald's, which is their main goal, right?
McDonald, yeah, B-Mac.
Which can get you in their store, so the commercial does its job.
Take my money, take it all!
The next commercial we're going to talk about is the Dairy Queen Floating Lips commercials. This is a series of commercials, but we're going to focus on a particular one.
Cold! Mashed tea! Mashed potatoes!
You're scared. Horror movie.
Skiing! In Denver! Utah!
Ice storm!
In this instance, the lips, that's what I'm going to call them from now on, I don't know, is having a game of charades with friends and he is trying to get them to guess a certain word as they have various chances.
Charades!
Ultimately, they can't guess the word, which was Blizzard. Get it? Blizzard? Dairy Queen? Come on.
For some blizzard!
This commercial is screaming 2000s and it's a very funny piece to look at. There's actually a compilation of these if you want to watch some. And I gotta say, the CGI lips don't look half bad for the time, and it's pretty funny. Alright, the next commercial is another one from McDonald's. Specifically, a Japanese SpongeBob commercial. So this commercial made the rounds a couple years ago, rather, last decade, but you get the idea. So in this commercial, they are advertising SpongeBob Happy Meal toys. And there are kids that are very, let's just say, over the moon and excited whenever they're playing or drinking out of these toys.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited! Ow!
They have gone nuts, and I'm talking, they've lost it. It's the best thing to ever happen to them in their short lives.
This is happening!
I guess the theme here is buy and drink our products. You'll be happy and living in ecstasy. You just have to appreciate the over-the-top acting that the Japanese give to their commercials. It makes it very memorable for the viewer. You also have to appreciate that there is an adult in the background just smiling and loving how their children are having such a great time. Speaking of a great time, everyone likes classic cars, right?
That can't be your car, it must be your mama's car.
I know, weird segue, but next we're going to talk about the 1964 Chevrolet Impala commercial.
No other automobile offers so much of what so many people desire.
this commercial depicts a red Chevrolet Impala on a pillar in what I assume is the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon! Yeah!
The car is placed on the top of a pillar with a woman inside as she models. The commercial has shots which would all be done with drones today. I'm sure back in the day they had a cameraman on a helicopter flying back and forth. The logistics of how they got the car on top of the pillar might have been crazy. Or maybe it was a simple process, I don't know. I know they had their ways of doing things. But what do I know? Anyways, it's still a pretty cool and unique commercial to look at. The next commercial we're going to talk about is actually a PSA.
Look at me, busy as a bee. Where'd I get all this energy? Oh, meth, meth. I don't sleep and I don't eat, but I've got the cleanest house on the street. Oh, meth, meth.
So this PSA features a woman who is addicted to meth and is able to hyper-focus on doing different tasks, like cleaning her house.
Oh, I can do it, I'll do it.
What makes this PSA memorable is the fact that the song that plays over and over is very catchy and somewhat funny. They make it sound like a jingle for selling meth, and it's very memorable. Oh, the horrors of capitalism. Part of me felt bad for laughing at this. The video will be in the description, like all these other commercials. The song itself is pretty funny. Ooh, meth. I don't know if this organization received any backlash for this promo. Because quite frankly, it is very funny and memorable. Maybe that's what they were going for. I had no idea nonprofits would splurge on great jingle writers. In all seriousness, I hope they pivoted to a different direction when making future PSAs. Before we move on, if you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, there's always help. Please feel free to reach out to the 988 crisis hotline or thedrughelpline.org for more. Let's continue with food. You ever wonder if chicken and turkey are rivals? Like in a standoff? Think the old Clint Eastwood movies.
Hang by the neck until dead.
Well, KFC paints a picture for us. So this commercial depicts a turkey and chicken doing just that. The commercial is very high quality. The setting, the cinematography, the music, it really pulls you in. The song featured in the commercial is the classic Ecstasy of Gold from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly movie. It seems like the ad was made for the holidays. The quality is so peak that I thought it was made for the Super Bowl or something. I guess the holidays just brings out the best in advertising companies. I don't know.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Next, good old milk.
Need milk! Ah!
Alright, you guys probably know what's coming. So in the 90s and early 2000s, there were these, I guess, PSAs that wanted you to drink milk for some reason. Today, we will look at one of these ads.
And that was the Vienna Wood Dance in D, one of my all-time favorites. And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question. It's a tough one. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel?
So this PSA depicts a man who I'm gonna assume is a historian or librarian of some sort. He's eating a peanut butter sandwich. And he hears on the radio that whoever answers today's question will win $1,000. He somehow miraculously gets a phone call from that DJ and gets asked the questions that he knows the answer to.
I know it!
But I'll let all of you watch the ending. The commercial is very 90s and I like the shots that foreshadow the main character's authority. It's a very neat ad overall. So the God Milk campaign started in 1993 and ended around 2014. Approximately 70 television commercials were produced, and the Milk Mustache campaign had about 350 ads and included various celebrities. Approximately over 180 celebrities were shot for the campaign. In total, combining print and TV ads, there were about 400 distinct ads. Who knows, this may be a topic for a future video. Stick around and find out. Alright everyone, that's all the time we have for today. As you can see, we've looked at various commercials. I'll be sure to make more videos about commercials soon. Stick around.